It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see Christian Watson. He was a game breaker last week, over 200 yards receiving. It's the Packers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in Week 2.
A guy coming off a career high in rushing yards last year. Here's Aaron Jones. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready?
Love, they go play action now. That's caught by the rookie, Jaden Reed. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Off the play fake, Love. Oh, and that is incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game, and gosh, this early. Injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late season push when we have everyone back? It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
We know it's only Week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Falcons ready to go to work here on offense. And at the helm in his 2nd season, Charles, it's Desmond Ridder.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
On 1st down, Ridder. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Patterson. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
Now Ridder to throw on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Packers defense. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's try to get to that number 1 spot.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. What's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown, Falcons! Mac Hollins, 51 yards. And the Falcons are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nixon now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 6. To throw now, here's Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Love looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked.
The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Love now. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. A give to Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Carlson for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Ready?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check right. Switch. Yellow. Yellow. Lining. Blue. Check.
Robinson on a give right side. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. Down the numbers. There he goes. Inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown. touchdown. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame. And now it's blocked.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Packers now to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Another 1st down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Play action this time with Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take over. Yard line. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Bradley Pena now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Ready?
Love now to pass on 1st down. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there.
both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Returnable here from the 38. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Here we go, set. Ready.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Love. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, Brandon, as they said, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we've come. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe they'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Ready?
Here's Ritter. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 3rd down, Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Ritter now on 2nd down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with 2 touchdowns. Falcons have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On 1st and 10, Love. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
First down, Packers.
Love going to give this one to Jones. Nice little juke. 125 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They go bootleg. Love sliding out of the pocket. That's taken in by Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds is inside the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that
There he goes, left side. Big strides, look at him go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonnu Smith, 75 yards. And the Falcons are back within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Love, they go play action now. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now 2nd and 9. Ritter back to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 7th-round picks. They go into training camp just hoping they won't be a casualty. He came out on the good side.
And plenty of them, if they work hard, get an opportunity, they can turn themselves into a heck of a player. One of my favorite 7th-round picks of all time, Marcus Colston. Big-time receiver, coming out of Hofstra. Ends up having a heck of an NFL career.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization, general manager, personnel department, college scouts.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
5-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go.
They certainly caught a big break with that missed field goal. Instead of trailing, they hold on to that slim lead, and now we'll see how they play this critical fourth-quarter possession. 155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Love. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Dobbs, 39 yards. And the Packers will add to their fourth quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a two-score game and a solid lead.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Check pink. Smith red. Black swap. Opposite. Green. Check white.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Ritter now. Complete. Jefferson the target. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ritter to throw it. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready?
Ritter. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
No gain on the play. He's now
3rd and short. Ritter going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Ritter from the gun. This is caught. Touchdown Falcons. Cordarrelle Patterson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Nixon. This taken in right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts. So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those. Gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. The Love's throw brought in by Watson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Love. They'll find the blow complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Ready?
After the penalty, it's Jones. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe to get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
Let's go now.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Packers, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2